Hey, what's going on, friends? Omid coming to you once again on a Monday, which is actually a Tuesday, to help you make sense of our market. So, this week's update, not a whole lot to it because we're all on pins and needles waiting for what's about to come around the corner here on the 17th and 18th, and I'll explain that to you in a moment. Mortgage-backed securities, what happened last week versus this week? As you can see, very much so, just in a holding pattern, trading very, very lightly and very tightly. This is as a result of us waiting on the Federal Reserve here coming up on the 17th and 18th, and we'll talk about that in a moment. What's going on with rate, you ask? 643 last week, 640 this week. Again, very steady, kind of same for all intents and purposes. Nothing has really changed, nothing significant. But the good news is that they're not going up, which is great. Now, it was a holiday yesterday. Nothing's going on today. Job opening and labor turnover statistics report JOLTS. That'll be up tomorrow. Probably the most important thing that I can tell you about any of this is everything is about jobs. So Thursday, the ADP jobs report comes out. Initial jobless claims comes out. This is going to tell us about unemployment. This is going to tell us about the forerunner of what the BLS jobs report is. If you recall from last week, 818,000 adjustments were made in the jobs report from March of 2024 to March of 2023 to the negative, which again, if you watch this channel on the regular, you know how I feel about that BLS report. I won't beat a dead horse with its own foot. So let's wait and see what happens here on this Thursday and on this Friday. But really, at the end of the day, this is what's going to push and pull the Federal Reserve to make their decisions. Now, upcoming dates to watch, and we're going to explain this all to you again probably next week. But on 9/11, there is the Consumer Price Index, measure of inflation, that'll be released. And then on 9/17 and 9/18, the Federal Reserve will meet to announce what they're going to do with rates. Now, full stop here. First and foremost, as always, if you find this information useful, please share it with someone that you care about so we can all get smarter. Secondly, Federal Reserve adjusts short-term rates. What does that have to do with long-term mortgage rates, you ask? It's not a one-to-one. So I want to make sure that I clarify that. This is not a situation that all of a sudden Federal Reserve is going to go, okay, we're going to reduce the Fed funds rate a quarter to a half, and all of a sudden, instantaneously, mortgages will drop. No, that is not the way that this works. The way that it works is that it'll affect our savings account rates, our money market account rates. Those will come down. Credit card rates usually come down with it. Car loan rates usually come down with it. Personal loans, things like that. But mortgages are going to be a trickle down. And a lot of times, the mortgages have already priced in that action way before the action itself. So be careful as you're trying to quote unquote time the market if you are a buyer or if you're someone who's trying to get the most out of this change, okay? So there's that. We'll come back to you for more on that. Definitely follow me on Instagram because we are posting those midweek 30, 90-second updates on the market. So if that's important to you, definitely follow us for daily financial education, if you will. Last but certainly not least, I'm sure you all know this, 2.9 billion records were stolen in a massive data breach. And if you want to pause this and kind of check out those websites, you can go to those websites and figure out if yours is a part of that. The biggest advice that I can give to anybody at this point in time, lock your credit report down. It's a little bit of a pain. Download the apps, the 3 apps from the bureaus. Download those apps and get in there. One of them, I believe, you have to actually call to get them to freeze and unfreeze your credit report. But you know what? That 15, 20 minutes that you may spend doing that is going to save you 15 or 20 hours of headache in case, God forbid, your data gets breached and somebody takes out debt in your name. Okay? So this is really, really important. Handle that. Make time to take care of that. If you need help with that, definitely reach out to us. And as always, like and subscribe and help our channel out so we can keep helping more people. Otherwise, I'll be in touch with you again next week. Cheers and good luck.